Alright, welcome back everyone. We'll be getting started in just a few minutes here. First, like always, quick ad, then we get started, so I'll see everyone shortly. Alright, give me just a moment and we'll get started. Hope everyone's having a great day. Let me just send out the Discord notification. Alright. Give me 1 second here. Alright. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Welcome back, everyone. We'll be continuing a bit of Mechanicus today. Oh. See what we can accomplish. Let's see. You know we had a boss, right? Yes. I'm actually very tempted to just go straight into the boss, too. It would also be good to grab something like this for later. Getting more Zenerite tech, not a bad idea either. Or I think I was going to get this. Because this gives us something that collects 2 cognition points, which is really good. It'll be a good warm-up. So I think we do this and then immediately go into this mission. So let's do so. Alright. Reading the 3 Magoses. I like my Skitarii Rangers with guns. I do like my Rust Stalkers. Especially since they ignore armor. Grab one of them in the Servitor. I think what we'll do here, rather than this, let's go with the next 6 attacks to ignore armor. And there we go. Conditions in the tomb of Bajau suggest hypothesis. Fusion of biological and mechanical excitement fully contained equals false. Find little to celebrate in the foulness of the tomb of Obajau. Or Objau. Tech Quiztor. 3. Flare virus. Biomechanical infectious agent. Fascination increases. Formulating desire. Acquire virus samples. Projected benefit analysis. Increase combat effectiveness. Understanding of enemy weakness. Possible biological weapon. There is indeed something positive to be salvaged from the decay of this tomb. It shall be considered. Perfect. Alright. Let's get into it. Priority target. Infected sarcophagus from which Necron failed to wake. Alright. So we have 2 objective areas. A lot of Necron positions. I take it you do not know if such a thing can even be found in the tomb. Chance of discovery calculation commences. Calculation complete. Significantly higher than negligible. An unexplored section of the tomb shows high levels of infection. It sounds like the best chance for the mission, but I doubt it will be pleasant. Okay, do not ask the Omnisiah for a pleasant existence, Subdomina. Ask him for strength to overcome our tribulations. Don't worry, Hardy, we won't let you get infected with the flare virus. Okay, maybe a little. How you doing, by the way, Hardy? Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna go the path of greed here. We're gonna go this way. Glyph. This one. Crap. Alright. Surely I can't lose, 3 more gambles in a row. Or 2 more. See? There's a scanner upgrade. What happened today that made it worse? Anything specific or just bad day as a whole? This symbol has never let me down. Okay, maybe it does. And it may have been the exact symbol that let me down right before. Fair enough. Alright. Let's get into it. Oh. Yeah, it's the bad part about being old. You suddenly start being old. I guess not suddenly, but... Yeah, I can kind of get what you're meaning there, at least. I have an idea of what you mean there. Oh, alright. Magos Hardices will move here. I will move here. And Magos Neon will take up this side. Alright. We got an Immortal on the board, as well as a bunch of flayed ones. Was it just failure to follow instructions, or, like, lack of understanding? That is... Holy crap. I have patience. I don't know if I have that much patience. Let's put it like that. Alright. Yeah, we have a Plasma Calver on you. So let's do this right. Alright, do a far range scan here. It's a new Warform, hold on. Hold on. It's the boss's Warform. Or wait, no, Necron Destroyer, right. We have encountered them before. They're just rare. Fair enough. Alright. Surely that won't go poorly for us. Alright. Let us delete the flayed ones. Oh, well, hopefully that doesn't continue to be a trend for you, Hardy. I know the actual likelihood of that, but, you know, small hopes. Let's go to move right here. Collect all this glorious cognition. Let's extract some. Deal with one of the flayed ones. Well then. Oh. No, I know that pain. All too well. Luckily, in the case I'm thinking of, that, or at least that reminded me of, I was able to actually go over and check it, rather than having to constantly ask them about it. So, if my experience with something like that probably wasn't as bad, but yeah. Alright. Let's move up. Get the scan. Let's also deal with the flayed one here. Perfect. Oh. Let's go ahead and use the fabrication. Hopefully that's like a one-time thing for you. Yeah, exactly. The moment I was talking about was actually helping family with something similar. Which is the whole reason why I did that. But yeah. That is definitely an experience, let's just put it like that. Sadly not too uncommon one in certain situations. Alright. Let's move up here with Nealon. They'll finish off this flayed one. after harvesting them. Alright. And I have a feeling... if I'm thinking about how much health these guys have... right... maybe able to one-shot that one. Alright. Actually, don't know if we can go through that way, so I'm gonna head around. Hopefully that's not a constant issue you have to deal with, though, Hardy. I'm sorry if it is. Oh... Alright, so we could nearly one-shot the Destroyer, and we would be able to one-shot this one. Okay. So if we put ourselves right there, it's fine. Oof. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. After the first time, that would drive me absolutely mad. Oh. Alright. Let's advance. Let's go ahead and use this. Reduce the cost. And fire. Alright. Harvest from them what you can. We will go ahead and finish off this one. And let's see. You know what? Reinforcements. Oh! Okay. The reinforcements, I think, gets around the cognition cost. Only one troop unit. It does. Okay. Take that 1 damage. Alright, let's fire upon them. Alright, the burn will finish them off. Actually, wait. Go ahead and do that. And let us go ahead. Yeah, let's do this. We want our troops in the top condition they can be in. Okay. Let's go ahead and slice into this one. Good, so minimum damage will kill that one next time. That goes kneeling, gets a mighty blow. Oh. Alright. Let's go ahead and place a Skitari down. help us finish some of these off. There goes Neil's taking damage, but we can heal him up. Flayed one will try and deal with a Rust Stalker. I'm gonna have to use the Plasma Calver here to try and save him. Alright. Go ahead and get this. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Okay, so that won't save him, but we can do this. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll deal with the destroyer. Let's go ahead and fire. Let's move up. Actually, let's do this. That'll get us the cognition we need. Ooh. Well, hopefully you can get a chance, though, to relax after that complete mess. Already. Oh. Alright, so strip some armor. This one's not gonna go. See if we can maybe finish him off. No. But we can move right here and stop both of them from moving. And there we are. Alright. Go ahead and finish this one off with this. Flame these. And we should be able to finish off the rest of them. Let's go ahead and try and finish off the Immortal. We won't be able to yet, but we'll be able to get close. Since we'll strip its armor. Alright. Hard to seize. Let's go ahead and scan that. Our Rust Stalker can deal with that one. They could. I'm trying to think. If we move here, we get a shot. Maybe it'll finish this one off. I'm also thinking it would be nice to get a heal off. So I think we move up here for now. Alright. finish off that one. Our Rust Stalker will move up. And the Skitarii will fire. Oh, okay, so all flayed ones target whoever attacked a flayed one last. Is how they work. Okay. That just let me kind of test that a little bit further. Kind of thought that was how it worked. But it's good to see I can confirm it. Okay, crit doesn't matter. Oh. Okay. Let's move here. Claim that. Fire. Alright. Hardy. Did you see there's a new big mod coming out for Fallout New Vegas? Out of curiosity? The project is called Long 15. And it looks really good so far, from the little bits I've seen of it. Alright. There goes Neil, and let's have you do this. We'll have him move over here. Should have had him finish that off, but it's fine. Move him over here, that way you can heal him up. Alright. Get whatever healing we can. Yeah, that's my interest. Now, I was already thinking of maybe doing modded Fallout New Vegas at some point. So that's under consideration for me now. It looks like, at least from the bits I saw of it, it is going to be a slightly higher production mod, too, in the fact of it had, I think, actual voice acting and such. For at least parts of it. Alright. Let's cleave through this one. Since our Rust Stalker won't be able to make it over. We'll take the opportunity to attack. And hope for a chance to kill here. 2 to 4, come on. Get that 4. Rip. Well, none of them were resurrecting, but I didn't want to give them the extra turn there. Alright, so our Skitarii is going to be injured. Alright, we can restore health. Yeah! I've seen that too, and I can't say I'm surprised. Oh, from what I've seen of that update, I'm glad I didn't have a save activate this time right now, or start any modded version of that up. That's actually part of the reason why I haven't. Apparently it broke a lot more stuff than just mods. Apparently it had a lot of game-breaking bugs as well, among other things. And the return of more paid creations, of course. At least some of them look like they're a little higher quality. But, Alright. Oh, I just realized I messed up slightly. We're gonna fix this, though. Heart of Seas will move up and get the kill. It'll just cost a bit of extra cognition. And there we go. But yeah. You know, at least New Vegas isn't getting updates right now, right? That are breaking all the at this point, near decade-old mods. In some cases. One of those cohort shows signs of infection. The troopers' augments are distended and malfunctioning, accompanied by sweating, spasms, and low-level hallucinations. The troopers' mods will be harvested for study. Circumstance. Evaluation. Sapient choice magos. Trophism. Retrieval. From sacrifice comes wisdom. I've seen mixed things on that. Some people are saying it's just going to be like an anniversary re-release. Some people are saying it's going to be a remaster. I haven't seen anything on it yet. Speaking of announcements, I did see the Night Rain DLC announcement. I like. But yeah, I've heard rumors of the Fallout New Vegas remaster as well. But I don't know if it's actually confirmed yet or not. Alright. Man, that symbol... It seems like certain symbols do have more of a likelihood of being negative. From what I'm noticing here. Alright. Let's retrieve samples. The cohort comes across a chamber breached by several jagged and broken sports over which are stretched numerous scraps of gory human skin. One of the flayed ones must shed the skin coming through here. It's possible the skin contains living samples. That was not the right play. Well then. Alright. And in we go. I wouldn't be surprised if it does get a remaster in the same vein as Oblivion did. Actually thinking about it. Oblivion's remaster was extremely successful, honestly, for what it was. Especially considering the shadow drop. It would not surprise me if they actually shadow drop like that one. Let's put you right next to here. Magos kneeling right here. And myself, I will go at the front of the pack. Alright, they're all gonna advance towards us, which is both good and bad. Yes, attack the servitor. We'll deal with that destroyer first. Our plasma Culvera will be great effect here, I imagine. Oh, they did announce it? Okay. I hadn't seen where it had been confirmed. But fair enough then. I kind of both like and dislike the idea of it. I like it because it may mean there's some big improvements. Yeah. That's what I was meaning. Like, I know there was supposed to be a re-release. I don't know if it was supposed to be a remaster, though. Or if it was just, like, a package, like, special edition kind of deal. I guess I should have specified slightly with that one. Alright. Max the machine's spirit of everything. Let's see. We gotta scan or destroy those. So little cognition. Yeah, they're not much for thinking, right? Alright. We move right here. Actually, from right here I may be able to get a 4-shot kill. Hold on. No. Not quite. Max, there's 2. We could go for 3 shots right here, including one of our own. I mean, they're meant to serve us, right? Sure. There we go. And I can actually finish off this flayed one after harvesting from them. There we go. Fire upon this one. Good critical. Let's advance. Let's use the self-repair. Let's see if we can get a kill with this. Doesn't seem like it. And we would just sit here. Get that scan. And there we go. Delay Magos kneeling so we can get a heal on him. There you go. Alright. Five meters is probably a bit too close. We can do instead fire on this one. Advance. And finish them off. Hopefully. Well, fine. Since you didn't finish them off, flame this. All troops in range. None are in range. Alright. Let's see. We got enough cognition. I feel fine doing this. Let's get some bonus damage. But yeah, thinking about the Fallout New Vegas potential remaster, that would actually be a lot, or like potentially good in some ways at least. If only for the fact, you know, we would potentially get some improvements done to, like, some of the bugs in that are still in New Vegas. Doubtfully, but, you know, would be nice. Like the memory leak, which is still there. That is one thing I would hope would potentially get improved. Alright. Guarantee a kill by using this. Cleave through them. And we retreat. Using our cognition. But yeah, on to the Night Rain news. I liked how the new characters look. I especially like the new, like, cleric-style character, actually. What, have you seen much of it, Hardy? If you're avoiding it for spoilers, I don't want to, you know, give out too many as to what's coming. Okay. Well, for one, Artorias is coming. So that's already, something big. But, the two new characters both look really good. Also, they're bringing in the Elden Ring DLC enemies. You know, like the Fire Knights, I think we also saw we may have seen Black Steel Knights. I'm not sure on that one, actually. Alright, we'll fire there. But yeah, the new character looks... well, new characters both look really good. And, like, a lot of fun. In my opinion. Alright, let's grab this. Wait, it's releasing that soon? Ooh. How do the specs look like, out of curiosity? Like, are they overall just really good for what it is? Or is it just like, you know, decent specs kind of deal? Let's go ahead and do this. What's the price on it? 'Cause that's not bad at all, actually. Not known on the price, okay. If it's 2 times the PS5... Let's see. I'm gonna guess like mid to high end PC specs then. For the most part. I would say it's probably if they try and get a lot of people on board at maybe around 500 if I had to take a guess, but I imagine it's gonna be around 700 to 800. Okay. I'll have to keep an eye out on that. I imagine it might be like 700 to 800 potentially, depending on what parts go into it in that, obviously. Oh. Alright, what canticle do we have left? Ignoring armor. That would be good just for making sure we get max damage out of everything here. And Magos Neon will move back, now that the flayed ones are on him. Alright. This does cost 4, so we won't use that just yet. Actually, perfect opportunity. Burn them in holy fire, Magos Artises. But yeah, I imagine going off the specs, it's probably gonna be a little bit on the pricier side, but not bad at all, honestly, all things considered. Since it'll be probably proprietary parts in that too. Have there been any statements on, like, what is gonna be, like, is it gonna be locked software, or as far as, like, you know, at least, from what you may have seen, or what they may have already said? Or is it more gonna be just, like, a PC in, like, a console form kind of deal? I guess more closed system would be the proper term there. Alright, I'm gonna take a blow, but that's fine. I may have a heal up now. Alright. Let's go ahead and fire right here. I get 3 for the price of 1. No. So let's take the guaranteed kill. Yeah, I know it's Linux based, which I'm not a huge fan of Linux just because of usability issues with it, but I can work with it. It wouldn't be my first time working with it. Yes, I am considering it as a potential thing, like, depending on what it takes and everything. Alright. Magos Neon should be good to cleave through this one. Just depending on the price of that, it may be more worthwhile than, like, trying to get a graphics card right now, at least. Or stuff like that to improve. Or make improvements. Alright, let's go ahead. But yeah, I'll have to look into it then. Also need to see, you know, one thing I have to look into, since it's a Linux base, some things do not run well on Linux. Some things run fine, but some things are a little bit dicey. So I'll have to see what works there too. Oh, it is the superior OS. At least in terms of performance. The only thing Windows has over it is real usability. No threats remaining as there's a whole group around us. But it's more just, I've been so used to Windows from working with it and just having it for so long. It'd definitely be a transition for me. Of course, I really should have swapped over to Linux for this. Confirm Omega level infection control present on Kestis Metallic consequences of infection on board. Error too severe for contemplation. I'd rather have you appraise apprised me of this risk before the mission commenced. Scabola. Any risk lesser than the pursuit of knowledge. Addendum. Conclusion formulation. If the Necrons can be infected, they can be infected deliberately. I wouldn't really... Honestly, I've been thinking about if I do swap OSs to swapping to the Steam OS for the PC as well, to be honest. Oh! Okay, that is very close, but man. I was not expecting it to be that soon. Okay. Good to know. Alright, I have an idea. Dangerous thing, I know. I kind of want to get down to this. Problem is, that's going to cost too much right now for us. And I shouldn't be investing in just one unit. Courtesies. You have gotten to where you have your capstone. Megos Newen has 2. Let's go ahead. We're gonna do this. Odds chance. Tempting. Let's take this. Guess that's just... This is just better, so we'll leave that on. But... let's get the claiming all cognition. Let's unplug that. We'll plug another one of these in. Remove that. Enhance it, and there we go. Meanwhile, we can also enhance Heartsease here. Yeah, we'll do this. This will give you more armor and allow us to equip the enhancement. But yeah, definitely gonna have to keep an eye on that then. I did not realize it was releasing so soon, actually. Let's see, that's 2. This is 1. Okay, so you're fine. Let's do this. Let's enhance this. And there. Alright, what missions do we have here? Ooh! Yeah, I'll take this. We'll deal with some Xenorites for a free mission first. Okay. Since it's Xenorites, we definitely want range to be our ally. And let's do this. We'll take 3 gun units. Because that'll allow Artises better use of their ability. Yeah, ignoring armor is probably the way to go too with this group. I think that's good. We got everyone right? Yes. Yeah, looks good. Alright. Magos, I bring news of progress. The heretics have seized one of the starboard gun decks. You state this as if it is cause for celebration. It means we have forced them out into the open. Now they present themselves a target. We can finally strike back at them. If they succeed in taking control of the starboard guns, the heretics can cripple the ship. Permit myself a sense of consternation at this possibility. Oh yeah, any specific mods uh that you're thinking about recommending for Battle Brothers, Hardy? Any that strike your or make you think, yeah, that needs to be added when we do the modded run, since that's next. Oh, also back to Night Rain. As well. One of the new things they showcased is dancing. The dancing lion is one of the old bosses returning, as well. Which I'm very happy for. I like that boss. It's just it did not work in the arena they put it in. Um, and in Night Rain, I feel like that issue is going to be alleviated just because the camera is going to be in an open area. Also, the new shifting earth looks amazing. Honestly. Alright, we'll purge the heretics with steel and radiation. That's what I was thinking of Reforged first. I was thinking about trying Legends later, definitely. Funny enough, um, ended up picking up a cheap SSD. Well, I say cheap. It was cheap because I got it from a buddy, but an SSD, to where I could probably try and have both. I can work on one while the other one's or like I can basically like have the game split up to where I can have work on one mod order while we do the Reforged campaign as well. I already had Reforged installed previously. I just need to make sure it's all up to date. Let's see, confusion, stack overflow, purpose, heretic activity equals uncertain. They're desperate. They are compelled to strike a meaningful blow before they are rooted out. Logic equal no ref plus dammit yof. No action without purpose, no risk without certainty of reward. Heretics are pawns to be sacrificed. If they are to be sacrificed, it will be on the altar of the Omnisiah's justice. Whatever their purpose, they cannot be allowed to achieve it. We dispatch the cohort immediately. Mission parameters are to breach and sanitize. Let's see. Do a power cut. It's a little riskier. Let's do a technical intervention. Strategy equals sound. Heretic objective equals survival. Killing irrelevant. Technological integrity must be preserved. Target the servitors. Keep that cannon offline. Alright. And we will do a cunning gambit. Flanking maneuver. Classic Magos for a reason. I would show this enemy respect enough to assume they will see us coming. If we choose to march straight in, instead we shall use one of the maintenance access to hit them from the sides. When we strike unseen, we strike twice as hard. Such is my hope, said Tribune. But yeah, I'm actually a little excited for the DLC for Night Rain. Also, I'm both happy and a little surprised it's releasing the 4th of December. Oh. But yeah, as for mods, I was thinking I may look into the seeing. Well, we probably won't do Legends. We'll probably do Reforged, like you were saying as well, Hardy. I may add some extra factions. I know there's a Skaven mod. I'll have to see what all that entails. I may see if the Twitch integration mods have been kept up to date and are working. Maybe we can try and do Twitch integrated Battle Brothers. We'll see. Taking the gun deck has left some heretic casualties near the entrance to the deck. While other elements of the surroundings may provide other opportunities for advantage before combat is joined. Search one of the dead heretics for information as to their strength and objectives. Let's do that. Data acquisition equal desirable cranial information extraction commences processing. Heretic strength above projections, equipment and supply adequate for purpose. They were better prepared for the task than we suspected. This is not an act of desperation. Speculation dump, a message, a feint, a distraction, a trap. None of which precludes us from eliminating these heretics. And we get a refractor field upgrade. Okay, that's good. I like that. So we can get once we get Heart of Seas upgraded a little bit more, we'll put that on. Because that will give us a 10 damage negation. Refractor field. And with what we plan on doing for him, that will actually be very good. Alright. Let's go ahead and stay grouped up. And start. They have the advantage with their servitors. We have to clean the area and cleanse it of these heretics to the Omnisiah. I see a lot of heavy firepower. Luckily, we're bringing some of our own. Alright. First things first, extract from them Magos Nealin. Enhance yourself. What is your chance to kill? I want a guarantee. I want a guarantee to destroy them. Alright, let's move next to this one now. Prevent them from advancing. We'll collect all of that. And let's go ahead. Max the machine spirits of everyone now. We waited partially because of not needing the armor strip from this. Attacks ignore all armor too. Alright. Let's see, I don't see any more sources of cognition. Oh! I lied. There's one. Also, I just thought of something. We have weapons that don't directly target. These are no longer safe. Hold on. You are no longer safe from us. Let's burn them. Also, let's go ahead and call in reinforcements. We'll go ahead and bring in a Skitari infiltrator back here. Can't target him there. don't have much, but let's do this. They'll get a melee. It's critical, so they get full damage. But we can extract from them. We can deal a decisive blow to them as well. We retreat. A respect. Okay, we'll probably finish them off. Just in case. Okay, so they can't fire there. And what we'll do is we'll use the refraction generator here. Alright. Let's collect that. This collects just one cognition point. I think we can afford to move here. Let's go ahead and fire this. We'll shred them. And deal with them. One less servitor. At the very least. Okay. Let's go ahead and fire into the back of this one. Odd that they're so close range, actually. I would have thought they would have had a little bit further range, but I guess not. I guess it is an SMG. Alright. And we'll advance them right here. If I'm not mistaken, every attack they make is better. And makes them much stronger. Wait, you can use that in engagement? I was not expecting that. Okay, the damage was absorbed. Good. And they can repair, so we need to deal with these quickly. Okay. Like they're advancing slowly. Except for this one, of course. Okay. We had no deployments that time because we were out of cognition. I guess I should use the Canticle for cognition here now. Should have used it on the last turn. Just in case, but hey. Alright. Magos Nealon, go ahead and kill them. Alright. And now that we're empty, we'll do this. Because what I can do is we can move all the way back here. We'll get the scan, and we'll put ourselves right behind this one. Hopefully locking them down. Alright, let's grab this. We'll get the cognition here. And if we put ourselves right here, we should get the opportunity attack at the very least. 2 damage burn is fine. Okay, 3 damage burn. Forgot the acid. Okay. Let's see. Move here. We can go ahead and get a burn on the tech priest here. It will cost a good amount of our points though, so what we can do instead, we'll do this. We'll repair. Not much, but it's something. So this can be used in... I wonder if that counts as a melee weapon. Or a ranged weapon. For the purposes of, like, Neelan's passive. Because if it doesn't, that would actually be very strong. Since it can be used in melee. Alright. Trying to think. Yeah, let's go ahead and spend the cognition to get over there. Alright, first things first. Fire upon them. Let's collect from them. Cleave through them too. Let's go ahead and use this, try and finish them off. Not quite enough range to use that. I don't much care for these scanners, to be honest. I think I'm going to remove them. They're decent, but they're not useful enough. Alright. Our rough stalker needs to move. We'll just have them take the opportunity attack. They'll fire upon the servitor. Right here. Because it should already be injured, so we'll try and get as much on them as possible. Okay, not much damage. They didn't strip our armor either. Acid from that? Interesting. Artises gets a nice axe strike. Though they're repairing. Oh, easy enough. Okay, so decent damage on target from them. But nothing too horrible. Nealon will definitely grab that with his servitor. Because we should operate before any other tech priests. Alright. Oh. Almost. Oh, no, that is us. So we do operate first. Okay, first things first. Collect all of this. Do not let them retrieve it. Next. Move up. So this one got fully healed. Let's do this. Because this one has the more dangerous weaponry anyways. We'll go ahead and collect that from them. There's no reason to do that. So we'll leave it. Here goes Partius. Realizing I put Magos Nealon in an awful position, technically. Let's go ahead and set them on fire. They got the dodge on that. That's fine. Now we can use this to strip the armor. Oh, it's not just one. Interesting. So those aren't single. Ah, I see. Okay. Alright. Burning to a crisp there. We need to use your heal on yourself next turn. Alright. We can go ahead and finish them off with the plasma culvern into the axe, potentially. We definitely want to do that. Let's just guarantee it, though. We need this. And I'll try and get the scan of that final point here, after we do this. So we can heal up. Alright. Perfect. And this will allow me to use the fabrication to heal. Alright. That counters the burn and acid. Or actually, just the burn. Whoa. This is gonna suck. Come on, just beat the robot already. For all it's worth. Let's fire upon this one. Alright. As much as we can get on it. Oh yes, Magos Hardy. Alright. They are grouped up. Alright, we get that free cognition back. Uh-huh. I see you there, don't you worry. Mechanicus Nealon, you will wait out your burns. How much else you can do right now. Alright, we have 2 turns left there. You need to heal yourself. Alright. Let's see. Calling the Skitari here. Let's go ahead and do so. Let's go ahead and advance. Probably shouldn't advance, actually. Let's just have you use the Gamma Pistol here. Alright. And you will activate the refractor field. Okay. Hopefully that's enough to save you. As we repair ourselves. Alright. Using this, I can use this. Yeah, let's go ahead and do so. We'll try not to eliminate our own bot. Good double critical. There's nothing nearby to scan for cognition. Nothing nearby to shoot either. So, that's all I do. Alright. They will have to just wait for a moment. Alright, Skitari will start scanning. Okay. Yeah, I figured that would happen, but I wanted them to at least waste the... Oh, perfect. I wanted them to waste the attack there. And I think we're good on the Skitari for now. Oh. By the way, how do you think the Star Wars XCOM-like game is going to be, Hardy? From the bits I've seen of it and everything, it looks like it's going to be really good. I'm actually looking forward to that. I was curious how you felt about it. So that's coming out in, I think, January, I believe. Just perfect timing for me. Alright. We need 9 damage. That's our high end, so let's use this. Raid to the Omnisiah once again. Drain you of your intelligence. And execute you for being a heretic. Alright. And we move up. Burn's still getting to him, but they're alive. As for Magos, hard to seize. They're on fire with 2 health. This is their last turn. Let's make it count. Alright. We will go ahead and toast this one. We can actually advance after firing here. Good critical. We'll draw this out. You... Seems we'll just need to execute this one. Alright. That was the last of our targets, technically. Go ahead and advance. Have them fire upon this one before they burn. Alright. We just advance. They're out of range. Not much we can do here. Alright. We'll go ahead and retreat with the Skitarii. We'll get a scan on the other servitor just to check their health. And prep for the shot on the Tech Priest. So we can punch through what armor they have. Because I guarantee they have armor. Or not. Or Skitarii's gonna get one shot by a Tesla rifle. Because of the damage range. No, that's also fine. Okay. I'm actually better off with Magos Neo and doing this. He's just got burning for one more turn, so he will survive. Barely. Alright. We repair. We can actually collect this. Let's see. Let's move right here. Not going to get the discounted weapon shot, but we can fire. Take them out. We repair. And we let them come in range to us. While we collect just a small amount of cognition to finish them off with. Alright. Perfect. So this allows us for... I actually like that skill. I'm actually considering giving it to more units. Because that's just the first point in. And that's really useful, just having a guaranteed 1 cognition all the time. Because that at least makes sure we can use the axes. Alright. Magos Nealon can actually advance upon them. Keep using that cognition to move up. And claim it back. Alright. I like how that perspective shift actually happens, by the way, there. Alright. They're very healthy. Let's go to move right here to try and free up the rate's, like, range. Magos Nealon has 1 health, so we do need to get over there. Let's see. This brings him in range of the plasma culver. See what we can do from right here then. Alright, we can shred their armor. Perfect critical. Puts them to 5. Let's go ahead and reduce that further. Three. They do have a flamer. But I think we can actually finish it this turn. Claim this from them. And execute them. There we go. Yeah, we'll have to check and see if the flamer counts as a melee weapon for the purposes of that skill. Jet gun is taken back into the possession of the Adeptus Mechanicus forces, and the heretics are forced to fall back from the gun decks. Because that's a big gun. Magus Faustinus. You have proven yourself resolutely opposed to the realization of my philosophy. We cannot continue to exist so violently opposed. Something, as they say, must give. I take it I am speaking with Epsilus Damocyoth. Do not express alarm. The functions of my biological brain generate surprise. I choose not to experience it. And our negotiation can commence without emotive interface. This is good. What negotiations? I know you are an arch heretic, and your followers have slain my tech priest. There is no outcome save the destruction of you and your heretics. I shall give you one chance, Magos Faustinus. The Necrons of Silva Tenebris are in the possession of technology far beyond our current state of development. Grant me command of your mission, Mechanicus Metallican and the followers of the Xenorite Creed will acquire this technology for the use of all mankind. Not allow that, Epilus. The Xenorite heresy is a disease. It takes the corruption of the enemy's works and spreads them throughout the Adeptus Mechanicus. What lies on Silva Tenebris is too dangerous. Fall into the possession of your kind. Sorry, I got distracted by something. One of the kids was doing something funny. Right near my feet. And my kind will take it by force. I have Xenorites all over the ship ready to seize its commands and control systems. Acquiesce to my demands, and you and those who remain loyal can live. If I do not, you would die. Then, Magos Epsilus, we will die. Shame, Faustinus, but not an unexpected one. Magos, the ship's communications are compromised. Something is broadcasting from within the ship. We must... I know, Sub-Tribune. It was Epsilus. They spoke to me. What did they say? That they are insane? That they are on the ship? And that we have a chance to kill them? That's about what I got out of it, too. Ow. Luckily, their tech priests are worth a lot of blackstone as well, but that does hurt. I'm glad we collected the extra blackstone, because that's a lot there. Alright. No new developments for dealing with them, though. So we must progress. Luckily, we got a level up for one of our units. What is this? It's an enhanced noise reducer. That's the eradication ray. Okay. This is probably a good call to grab the lock and key upgrade, and the Xenorite Axe upgrade is definitely something I should grab. Plus, this upgrades our Rangers. This is a hard mission. But getting this Curito Claw would also be very good. First. See, that's really good. The problem is, it does limit them. Get that dodge chance. Alright. But what we're doing instead is I'm reducing that to 1 lower for a free version. And let's see. This costs 2, right? I guess it probably does count as a ranged weapon. More than likely. We could also use these. But it's just 2 damage. I don't feel like right now where we really need the extra augmentation points, it's as useful. To upgrade that compared to, say, if we were to do, let's see, something like this would be good. See, we'll test this. If this works, that's good. Because that gives us a lot more potential. Actually, I wonder, can I just check it right here? Yeah, no, it doesn't calculate before the mission. Okay. Yeah, something like that would be really good if it works. Alright. Let's see. Make a save right here. Getting the free healing that doesn't require cognition would actually also be really good. From where is it? This mission, because this would also unlock our vanguards. Now, who got the upgrade? This vanguard, which is our taser one. We may try them. I did want to do this, though. This also gives the servitors level 3. It deals with one of the admirals. Let us deal with Agrelek first. Alright. The ignoring all armor is probably the better... is it the better play? Compared to if we were to, say, equip something like this for a large potential multi-one-shot, depending. Or even just restoring health. Honestly, restoring health might actually be the way to go here. But I think we do this. Because this allows me to potentially set up for one-shots. Target can't move. Okay, we're getting this. We're bringing one of them in. Bringing one of our Skitari. Actually, we bring 2 Skitari in. I was thinking about maybe bringing these guys, but we do shred energy armor. Alright. Confirm location of Lord Agrelek's Skitari intelligence recovered. Partial pictographs of target construct form. Our research suggests Agrelek was the lord of the Necron fleets. His purpose in the awakening of Silver Tenebris will be clear. To helm their war fleets in expanding this pocket of Necron dominion. Outcome, unacceptable. Solution, incontrovertible. I concur, Prime Hermeticon. He has bested us once before, not again. We must destroy him. Dispatch the Falconeers, muster the hounds, the hunt commences. The hunt is on. We've learned a lot since we last encountered Agrelek, but we know he won't go down without one hell of a fight. A challenge calculated to be worth the risks and resources of Domina. Oh, I agree, Agrelek is a worthwhile target. I wouldn't put too many credits... Or I wouldn't put credits on too many men coming back from the attempts. Expenditure of personnel and material calculated as justifiable. I'll pass that on to the men and women risking their lives. They shall rally to the hunting horn, the call to the assembly. The chase begins. Make ready for the unmaking of Agrelek. Perfect. Alright. And we advance. What do we have here? Looks like the Scarabs were woken up by the reanimation protocols and continue with their default programming. Finish the statue. The Necrons have covered their tombs in images of themselves and they still haven't finished. Slab looks like it's made of precious metals. Secure the chamber and report its position to nearby Skitari so it can be recovered for use. Yes. Let us take their resources for ourselves. The scarabs are purged with fire and the chamber is secured. The cohort moves on and reports the location to the Skitarii. The troops are unable to transport the entire statue back to the tomb entrance. They do recover a substantial amount of rare alloys for the mission's use. Good. The Necrons shall awaken. We've been detected. This appears to be basic linear alpha script, simplest of the Necron languages, relatively speaking, of course. It is known from several exemplars. I should be able to translate some of it so you can get decent graphs. Yeah, we'll translate it. Great Kane's ghost, I have never read such hatred. Agrelek and the Destroyers believe that all life should be expunged from the galaxy, even their form. They hate everything, including themselves. Understanding such blasphemies is a danger in and of itself. But it gave us a bit of cognition. A useful resource, even with the disquieting knowledge. Alright. So we advance further in the tomb. Ever onward. These are the troopers of the 7th hexadecimal cohort. Maniple Gamma. It went quiet 59 minutes ago. We will salvage them. Get Skitarii a few remaining useful items. The brutal incompleteness of their deaths is powerfully apparent. And weighs on the mind of the cohorts. Alright, well. We still have this slight advantage. Don't you worry. Let's take this. Okay, so that's heal. I do wonder if their symbols have specific effects each. Like they reanimate faster. The grim darkness of Agrelek's tomb is complete in its benighted region. Not only is there a total absence of the light, but fluctuating rad levels are interfering with the cohort's optical augmentations. Even the team's own light sources do not penetrate the unnatural gloom. They must traverse the next area blind. Slow and steady. Okay. Was not the way we should have boldly charged in. For all the good that slow approach gave us. Alright. Panel controls a heavy door leading to a treasure room filled with cognition. This. Okay, so we didn't get the cognition, but we got some blackstone. Alright, we're back to a neutral standpoint before fighting Agrelek. Location confirmed. Energy readings spiking. Code Venerator in full effect.
We are infested insects to be expunged.
You may be, but we are not. This damn creature has been watching us since we entered the tomb. It's been ready for us since the start. The quarry that knows it is hunted makes for the sweeter kill. Formulate target solutions. Now the prey is at bay.
I have awoken into the company of these fleshly vermin. Tomorrow we conquer. Today we clear the filth from our
The only filth we see here is them. Recollections of Inquisitor Brand. Chapter 87. Of all creations most foul, I beheld the Lord of all, and knew that I was dead. We have been here before, Magos, but we are better prepared. What are your orders? We will pray for deliverance to the Omnisiah. Collect logic Psalms 31:3. And lo, shall your holy steel be as armor around our souls, and shall your wisdom guide our hands. No spear nor barb of the enemy shall trouble our flesh of iron. Let the will of Mars be done. Indeed. Let us charge forth and meet our enemy once again. Alright, we know his armor is constantly shifting, so we must account for that. We also know he favors his melee over all else. Alright. Magos kneeling. We will move here. I shall move here behind cover. Ready to strike at a moment's notice. Artists will move here. We will call in a ranger. Ready to fire. Alright. Let's delay ourselves here. We will let them take initiative first. Let them walk into a trap. Of their own making.
I sailed the void for 1,000 years. I fought the war in heaven. What can you do?
You've heard your speech before, Agrilec.
One such as
We can put you down. Also, I would like to point out, in Stellaris, when the Fallen Empires awaken, it's called the War in Heaven. I know Stellaris takes a lot of inspiration for stuff from Warhammer, but that's another cool thing they actually have. Also, let us go ahead and bless the machine spirits of our weapons. Let us get a scan of him. Damage absorbed. We'll shatter his armor. Alright. Now goes Nealon. Empower yourself. Advance. Let's have you collect. Advance up. Go ahead and claim that from them. Hey, hold on. Okay, so it does count as a ranged weapon for the purpose of melee, but I think it's worth using right now at least. Because it does give us a lot more damage potential. Let's Let's go ahead and shove them back, if we can. We retreat far enough away that they cannot possibly retaliate. Okay. Let's see, how close do I have to be for our weapons? May actually be close enough. No. Let's go ahead and grab this. Oh, this is hard to seize. Alright, that's why. Okay, first off. Call on the Vanguard. Okay. Advance. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna fire the Gamma Pistol here first. Let us also do a collective fire here. Good. Alright, our Skitarii did not damage them, but we'll go ahead and use the refractor field. Let us get the cognition. Advance further and set them ablaze. There we are, Magos, hard to seize. And retreat to a safe distance. Alright. You would not be able to move here now. We'll also tase them. Alright. Let us see. Do we have any cognition left to claim? We do. Okay. Let's move within range. Alright. Final Canticle. Let us go ahead and be ready to eliminate them entirely. Plasma Culver will strip them of their armor. The Gamma Pistol shall weaken them. And poor Agrolek is already on death's door. Let us go assist him in crossing threshold. Probe his mind and destroy his body. Poor Agrolek. So naively, you know, confident here. So arrogant. As one might say, overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer, but in that case, it was not a slow process. Lord Agrolek falls, spewing sparks and fire The Admiral collapses in a heap of wreckage that it begins to teleport away, piece by piece, revealing for a moment the complex working of the warform underneath. Finally, Agrilek is no more. In a burst of terminal data that leaves an echo of his death etched in the noosphere. Target inversion achieved. Hunt complete. Void Admiral has fallen. Necrons of Silva Tenebris have lost their fleet commander. Prey tracked from quarry to unmaking. Beaten into open and chased down for the kill. Hunt efficiency 84%. Logged for future analysis. The Skitarii in the Tomb of Agrilek are reporting deceased coordination among the awakened constructs. Consolidation activity not concern of Prime Hermeticon. Key target acquisition ongoing. There will come another beast. There will come another hunt. What a rousing success here. Alright. And this also allows for one more thing. With Magos Neo in here. Rather than equipping this, we can, if we're gonna equip him, we may as well do it with 2 of these. You'll bring fire and purpose. Alright. We keep this for an execute. Let us see. We definitely want this. Cognition upon killing a target is excellent for chaining kills for them. This is 4 to 6, this is 2 to 4, right? Yes. Okay. In this case right now, what we will do is we are going to equip the saw here. Just because we have the extra point right now. And I would like to keep this free. Let us see. We could go for the power axe, but I think we're best off going for this. And getting our Skitarii Rangers up. That's a Acropus sector. Where is this? Agrilek. Obajao. Okay, we want to do Obajao sector, I think. This is also good. What is this? Praetorian. Interesting. We should also eventually do this. This is also Obajao sector. Let's quickly do this and get this. We will take 2 Skitarii and 1 Infiltrator. We'll take our party. Yeah, this is fine. Keep that because that may allow us one-shots. Alright. We're barely holding the line in the Tomb of Obajao. Or Obajao. Swarm of these damned flayed ones are surging up from the lower levels. We're seeing our own soldiers coming back to us as skins draped over the things. We must keep the tomb open. The foulness of the place is not permissible as a factor in preventing us from completing our sacred mission. We don't all have our emotions locked away for our convenience, Magos. My Skitarii cannot fight under those conditions. If morale keeps falling, we'll lose the tomb. I am not ignorant of the morale of less augmented personnel. The situation requires remedying. Then we need to stem the flow of the flayed ones, otherwise the place will end up our tomb as well. Actually, I might... Maybe should have equipped an arc rifle, to be honest. Lower levels are swarming with flayed ones. If we seal a key passage to those levels, we can hinder the movements to a manageable rate. Mission Doctrine suggests a cohort with demolition charges would be a viable solution. My thoughts exactly, Magos. It's not just the danger to my men that worries me. When the enemy wears the skin of your dead comrades, death isn't the worst thing that can happen to you. Alright. We probably need to take the path of light that's quickest. So let's head this way. I have had good luck, I think, with this one. Yeah, so that's... I'm pretty sure that one's healing. We could go straight ahead, and that would be the most direct route to... But this actually saves us. I don't know if we will get extra from doing this. Let's see, leak container. Let's go with this. Whatever. Initiative for them is fine. They can have the initiative. Alright. No wonder some of us have been lost to the tomb already. The Necrons are using madness as a weapon. Let us see. The journey down towards the lower levels of the tomb passes through a chamber where someone has scratched marks all over the walls. With a fury and verbosity that can only be the result of madness. Has one of the Skitarii gone insane? Ignore it. I was ignoring it enough to let them alert. Well, Smurf, whoever came up with the name does not like puns, clearly. Oh, how you doing, by the way? Alright. Let us fight these awakened Necrons. What's the show about? Alright. Kill all the enemies? Can do. Alright. Magos, no one will move here. I shall move right here. And Heart of Seas will move right next to me. Should allow us to deal with most of these. Sadly, with their initiative being first, we're going to have a very painful first turn. The Death Mark attacks. They phase shift. But it is in the worst possible position. Nice. Alright. I think it actually just moved within flamer range. Huh. Is it the whole of humanity, or is it like a ship that gets taken over? Alright. Please. Yeah. Whole planet. Well then. So the stakes are definitely high then. Alright, let's grab this. Okay. Let us advance. Alright. Let us see. Let's keep advancing here. Move here. Tentacles. And no, Tovsky, I think we will be using well-done steaks here. Or be creating some well-done steaks. Alright. Oh, they survived. I guess that's technically medium rare, right? Claim that. Really? You were still up. Let's call in the Skitari here for assistance. Fire upon our target. There we go. We advance. We use the Gamma Pistol on this one. And that's good. Well, you see, these are undead steaks that have been cooking for a little bit too long anyways, Tovsky. I don't think you're missing much by these becoming well done. Actually, it might save you some intestinal distress, shall we say. Alright. Death Mark. Get torched. And at the same time, Nealon will charge up and deal with this one. Alright. Collect a bit more cognition from the target. Advance. And torch this for soulless creation. I did know. I had wished Tovsky a happy birthday earlier. No, I'm not opposed to saying it again. Happy birthday, Tovsky. Alright. Magos Neon will go ahead and saw into this Necron. Pairing them suitably. Let us finish it off. Alright. It's time to strike with holy purpose. Barely. I'm actually about to be leaving the 20s as well here. Oh, actually within 2 months, funnily enough. I'll be out of my 20s as well, sadly. Oh, how time has flown way too much. Alright, we eliminate that one. So what you're saying is I have to scrub through them all real quick? Right as the transition's about to happen? I'll be sure to remember that. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab this. Let's actually grab this. We move here. Yeah, we're all kinda in the same boat. We're all kinda getting up there. Alright, let's claim this. And die for me. We give no reprieve for the Necrons. I'm not. It's not like I'm really worried about hiding my age. Honestly, I think the beard already starts to give it away. See, the funny part is I could list off a few and you wouldn't know which one, if it would be or not, is the best part. But yeah, the fact I actually got white hairs in my beard before I hit 25. For those wondering, I got them at like 23, if I'm not mistaken, for the first white hair already. I hope that's not a sign that my hair will be graying before the time I hit 40. Alright, let's see. Examine the body. No. Yes. Our curiosity will get the better of us. When a troop pulls the body down, the hidden Necron device catch the troop in the blast of harmful radiation. It's a robot. It doesn't care about the radiation. It hits them directly and adversely affects the rest of the cohort. Our robot is fine. We are fine. The Necrons aren't about to awaken quicker. It's all in everyone's head. Even you must appreciate the horror of finding such a place, Magos. This is what eroding the morale of our forces. But this is what is. Immolate it all. The application of fire rapidly reduces the sorry scraps of humanity to dust and ash. Indeed. Oh. It's hard to believe 2025 is almost over already. I'm not gonna lie. The years have been flying by, I feel like. Alright. Put down our 2 Rangers here. And that's good for now. The Infiltrator will place down later. Hey, don't let someone in the stream hear you. Or I guess in this case, see you saying that. Alright. Already was that the not so subtle cry of also realizing that? Alright. Fire upon that flayed one. Eliminate it. One might hope. In the sense of, like, you know, one can hope to be that young again. Alright. Magos Hardices, you have a job to do. Go ahead and order the elimination. Of this one. Let's go ahead and make sure it happens. And what was that one about, Hardy? Alright, everyone attack this target. Do not leave it standing. Come now. Oh, it even does work with them in melee range. Okay. I did not realize that. Alright, that's actually a lot better then. Let's collect this. Alright, well hopefully, you know, nothing out of the ordinary there, Smurf. See you in a bit, potentially. Let's see, we gotta kill all enemies. I do want to scan this, though, is the problem. So we're gonna move on to the platform. We will go ahead and activate the refractor field here. Alright. Magos Nealon shall finish off the Necron flayed ones here. No reason to leave the poor soulless husks. Just to have them attack us later. Alright. Claim that. I wonder, are they in range? Almost certainly not, right? Yeah, no. Okay. We move here. Oh yes, I'll get all of you gather up there. Hold on. We're gonna let them keep making mistakes here. Never correct your enemy when they make a mistake. After all. Alright. We can eliminate both of these. Let's just insure it. Not like it wasn't already insured. That guarantees both these die. There we are. Okay, let's move over. Let us repair ourselves. And I think we're good to go. More flayed ones coming up from the abyss. Alright. Oh, what? Wait. Oh, wait, no, it's the refractor field there that did it. I was about to say, did it just do 0 damage to something without armor? Alright. Let's go ahead and move this Centauri in range. They will fire upon this one. We're going to order another shot on this one if we can. If not, we'll eliminate it in some other way. Actually, we'll move right here. Come on, 4. 3. Whatever. Yeah, we can't do that? Okay. So instead, what we do... Oh, for one... We gotta get these out of our way. Let's clear them out. More toasty Necrons. Let's chop them up now that they're well done here. Alright, we advance. Let's fire upon this one just to weaken it. Seriously, can I not make it right there? Fine. Artists will move on to the Black Stone. Okay. Mega's new and will deal with that last one. Almost certainly. Alright, finish this one off. Use this to ensure a kill. Wonderful strike. Let's go ahead and toast this one. Let's move over and collect this. And we should be good. Alright. The infiltrator advances and fires. Perfect. They both move right where they need to be for us to eliminate them. Alright, let's collect this. There we go. Finish off the husk. Scan. And that also... I don't know if that actually got the aggro on us. Alright, but we can move here. And we will eliminate this one. Which gives me just enough cognition. Make use of this. And there we go. And what do you know? Mission complete. Only 3% down. Alright. We rigged it for detonation. And we gave our troops a reprieve. Skitarii should have the pressure taken off of them for the time being. With the luck of Mars, they should be able to hold the tomb until it can be fully explored. Of all the forms of the Necron, the flayed one are the foulest and gravest moral threat to our Skitarii. Emotional returns of disgust, anger, and moral repugnance are filling my neurovox to full capacity. I am moved to pray we will soon be finished with the Tomb of Obajao. I've seen what happened to our troops in there. I've seen how it changes them. I pray for the same thing, Magos. Alright. I'd say that was a rousing success. We dealt with all the flayed ones. We got a lot of blackstone. And we have a new troop as well. Alright. New deployment. More cognition. A heavy phosphor blaster. Interesting. Multiple projectiles in a cone area. That is actually tempting. It really is. And Lord Obajao is available to hunt. Ah. We could also move on and get an additional tech priest. Well, I feel we should have one. One extra would be good. Yeah. I think we commence with that real quick. We'll do that next. Alright. So, in this case, what should we grab? I should start moving towards this. And later down to this. That would definitely be good. Let's go ahead and grab that. I will remove that from myself. And we will instead go with this. This will give us a small extra health regen every 30 turns. I could even take off the Zenorite Axe, actually. I also do not need these scanners. I would much rather have something a little bit more handy. Something like, say, honestly, even this would be potentially very good. Even just having the untargetable effect would actually be very good. I'm trying to think. If we put this here, we could also do something like, I could do something like this. This would give us an AoE. Spray. And what's that? That's one augment as well. We have this to draw from. What else could we go with? We have 2 more points. Yeah, something like this. And I kind of do like the idea of a refractor field. For now. Change up my setup. This is extremely cognition heavy. but we don't have to use it all at once. Alright. Yeah, let's start working towards that as well. What do we need on you? You know what? No, I do like the ability to finish off enemies, so we'll keep that. Because that's a... Well, it's a free finishing blow, but... I do feel like we need some more generation here. So there we go. We'll do that for now. We don't have the Zenite axe upgrade. Can we get you, Artises? See, I do want to get to this. Because a free canonical use is extremely powerful. Let's go ahead and take the... Let's take the arm augments. Alright. And, you know what? This is nice. But, I think we will give you the heavy phosphor blaster here. Where is it? Oh, wait, we're about to get that, right? So let's try the normal one here. Let's try the normal one. Let's equip this. I actually wonder if we should remove that entirely. Yeah, you know what? We do this. And we upgrade your absorption field here. Could also upgrade the true. But I feel like the absorption field is better. Alright. Let us continue. Okay. Yeah, so the heavy phosphor is right here. Yeah, let's get the extra tech priest here. That'll let us potentially bring in more firepower if we feel the need. Let's see. These guys are actually kind of strong on the damage side, which is not bad. We'll bring one of them in and one ranger. And we'll bring in the Alpha Vanguard too. Alright. Might be difficult to grasp for someone with emotional dampening measures like yourself, Magos, but we're taking a hit on morale. The Seminaria Militum gives plenty of instruction on the importance of battlefield morale. I am well aware of the factors affecting it. Good, because it's impacted in all cohorts in the Tomb Valley. We're working the Skitarii hard, and they're fighting an undying enemy that never seems to run out of bodies to throw at us. Their statements of fact is such that a proposed solution will soon follow. Strike a symbolic blow. Something big and obvious that can give the Skitarii something to cheer. There's a statue of Agrelek in his tomb that might make a suitable target. I see. This proposal shall be evaluated against the competing mission priorities. Alright. Whoever Lord Agrilek was, he loved building statues to himself. Not so different from plenty of humans. I register concern and disappointment at your statement. Care that you do not compare the Xenos to a human. It is inimical to all humankind. Of course, Magnus. My Skatori have scouted the location, but they haven't been able to destroy the statue because of heavy Necron resistance in the area. If it falls, it will prove the Necrons don't have everything their own way on Silva Tenebris. Alright, I wonder... I'm gonna try this. We're gonna try fighting here first. Because if we can steamroll the Necrons, if I'm not mistaken, if you beat them before they awaken, it completely resets the turn. Or the awakening. Designation, Praetorian, Weapon Class, Rod of Covenant. These names match Imperial records, however they predate them. Maybe Rusek has information on this. Let me check. Necron scripture has proven decodable. Their catalog, their armories, and regimental deployments. Their pride is not encrypting name designations as allowed decoding up to the noosphere binary. It appears this is your answer, xenobiologists. Praetorians scour the skies before an assault, often waiting for the biocorruption too heavy to proceed. Best if we avoid interfering with Resek's databanks in the future. Certainly when he's midway through enemy data download. Alright, scanner destroy, we can do that. Alright. Everyone will be deployed to the front so we get maximum movement. Agos Newen has plenty of prime targets to collect. Let's go ahead and advance here. We'll go ahead and collect this. Let's go ahead and advance here. We'll collect this. Alright. It only shows we cannot use our weapon because we haven't done this yet. The flamer or the blaster. Decisions. Let's do the flamer. Because we can actually move up and harvest. Alright. This will hit both Necrons without damaging the terminal. Good wipe of the flamer there, RCs. And the Necrons are so confused that they are aiming at a wall now. Wonderful. Go ahead and let them get the opportunity to attack. Not that it'll matter. Let's get the scan. Now it's up to us to kill all enemies. Let's go ahead and call in a vanguard here. Alright. Give them extra damage on their next attack. Go ahead and use the canticles here. And I want to test this. It's okay. Not the biggest fan of that one. Let's go in and fire on the death mark. They're down. As they should be. Alright, let's go ahead and claim this. And let's see. If I move right here, I can target multiple units. So let's move here. We'll use the Culver first over here. Perfect critical. We could also burn this one. But I think instead we will advance. This will do slightly more. Or more than slightly. Alright. Should have actually harvested from them first, but let's go ahead and burn this one too. Another critical. Wonderful. Alright. Okay. Magos kneeling gets a small amount of cognition there. Get some here. Let's see. Move right here. We should be able to collect enough. Try and be swift and stealthy here. So let's go ahead and weaken this one. We'll torch the both of them. There we are. And we advance. Go ahead and use this. Advance just a wee bit more. And this should finish it off. And there we are. No threats remaining. All cleansed with holy fire. All Xenos purged, and it does. Okay. So actually, our best way of advancing is to take out the IC. Okay, so there's a risk-reward to fighting the Necrons, then. Because if we were to say, go here... Let's just... Let us see. Let's go ahead and examine. Ah! A wonderful acquisition. The trooper is indeed who she says. That sudden, unexpected scrutiny caused her to blurt out the location of a stash of materials of Necron origin. Her squad hoped to acquire it without tech priest knowledge for use in personal weapon customization. In a breach of mission standing orders. The stash can now be put to better use. I agree. That is an amazing find. That is a guaranteed crit on first attack for someone. Which I think means maximum damage and armor ignore. So, very powerful. Alright. Let's go and put these two here. Put Magos kneeling right here. Kill enemies. I see 3 enemies. This is an easy victory for us. Let us go ahead and employ a Vanguard as well. Actually, we'll wait on the Vanguard. We'll deploy them by way of Magos hard to seize. Alright. So we finally get to see what the Praetorians do. Yes. Pathetic. Prepare thyself. Go ahead. Collect this. And let us get a scan. We'll target the destroyer. Let's see. Matters not really, but we'll go ahead and do this. So give us a scan of what we need to know. Okay, so they're very energy resilient. We advance. We harvest. Let's go ahead and call in our Vanguard. That should be in place to where they can both attack and be used to attack this destroyer. Let's see, the destroyer is 14. Let us just do this. Perfect. Deathmark fires. And they put themselves in a terrible position. How fortunate for us. Let's go ahead and advance here. Let's go ahead. We'll collect this one. Let's see. Shall move right here. Go ahead and lower the cognition requirements. I feel this is a good use. We will eliminate both of these in a single blow. Alright. And let's finish this before it drags on. Prepare ourselves. No need to waste the extra cognition. We just go for a simple blow. their destruction is assured. And this should reset the awareness once again. Also, I like how that heals us. So there really is a massive benefit to being stealthy here. Alright. Let's see what awaits us here. Praetorian Destroyer. 2 Praetorians, actually. Alright. Go ahead and put ourselves there. Put a Ranger here. And there we go. They will advance right into range. Good, good. It's just what we like to see, them jumping into danger. Perfect, they're even lining up for us. So they are tearing through Hardes's health. Let's see. We wait. There's no real benefit. So what we will do... Let's go ahead and scan, or heal ourselves. Let's get a scan of this. Let's see what they are weak to. Use this. Fire. Okay, so they are more weak to physical overall. We will need to focus fire on them a little bit. But that's fine. Perfect. Let's go ahead and call in our Vanguard. Or I should have done this first, actually. We will call them in right here. Let's go to move up. Out of the way of our other troops. Let's go ahead and harvest. Apply the canticles. We'll go ahead and use this. And order a shot upon this one. Gets us a scan. Good. And we will wait on the heal. I may have need of the healing for someone else, or it may just be more advantageous otherwise. Alright. Let's deal with the warrior here. Do that because that's a near guarantee kill. Alright. Let us see. First, we take this. Let's move up here. Let's use this. This will weaken them greatly. There we are. Let's go ahead and harvest from them. Alright. We roast both. There's no need to worry there. Okay. We will go ahead and remove the body too. So we can actually move here. Let's move out of the way. Let's heal up. Alright. Mechanicus Turning will move up now. Select both of these. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay. And we'll advance right here. Let's go ahead and enhance the flamers. First, we burn the destroyer. Let's go ahead and take this. The death mark should be easier to kill, so we should just do this. Alright. We advance up. Phase shift. Okay, and we made the right call. His Overwatch shot means nothing to us. We take them out. And Mechanicus Turning should get the final blow when the destroyer attempts to move. There we are. This is on hard, by the way. So they do have extra health. I'm glad I picked hard first. Alright. Let's see. We will destroy everything. Gunfire and grenades scorch the statues to rubble in the outpouring of righteous anger at the blasphemy of the Necrons. Alright. Let's advance. Okay, so they're gonna get 1 point of progress, potentially, which is fine. Let's go with this. Good. Gives us enough cognition that we have full before the battle. And our presence is finally detected, but it's too little too late. Ooh. Alright. Ooh, and they are all grouped up. Hold on. Hold on. Magos, kneel when you're in position. Let's go ahead and put our vanguards in place. There. All grouped up. Okay. Let's go ahead and advance here. We'll get the cognition back so it's no issue that we're using some. We should literally be able to destroy them all here before they get a chance to act because of how they're grouped. Let's go ahead and torch the 4 of them here. Okay, that one moves. Let's see, we can still get a scan right here. We will fire upon these 2. Heal. We're going to take an Overwatch shot for doing this, but what we'll do is we're going to place a Vanguard down back there. Alright, so claim this. Our Skitarii Alpha here will go right here. And you shall heal yourself. Alright. And the reason this is so beneficial... Let's actually go ahead and move over one. So also, let me see. Their opportunity attacks do 3 damage at least, which is interesting. Okay. Not too worrying, though. Alright, and this hits 3. Does no damage to them. Has the chance of critting. Let's go ahead and do so. Alright. Let's go ahead and collect this once again. We advance. Collect more. Let's deal with them. We'll heal up part of C's here. Alright. And it's time for a scorching. Okay. So we do this. And it hits them all. Ah! Good attempt, party. Good attempt. Before we do this, we just burn them. Burn them all. Alright. Magos Nealon is ready to finish this already. Alright. Let's go to an advance. Yeah, movement is definitely a massive benefit in this. Just because... Okay, well... Kinda didn't want you, but that also works in some ways. We're gonna move over here. 17, huh? Scan you. Learn your weaknesses. Alright. We'll torch it alive. Well, if it can be considered as such. Let's move up. Alright. And we torch them all. No. We just do... this. Because I do not want to torch the terminal itself. Alright. Eliminate all enemies? Yes, indeed. Oh, escape? I mean, if we eliminate all of them, it's escaping, right? Alright, that one's... Yeah, we can go ahead and move... right... We'll move right here. That'll allow us to hit on the Immortal. Oh. The burn will slowly do them in. Alright. Case in point. We're gonna eliminate that one for this one, and let's do this. I'm surprised that one's still up. I didn't even see that death mark. That'll have to go. Yes. Though it's not... Think of it just more like a pre-built PC. Essentially. It is technically a console, but at least from my... Yeah, it's basically a mini PC. Oh. Half-Life 3 confirmed? That may just be a meme happening right now, Smurf. That's always been a meme with Half-Life. Where anytime Valve does something big like that, it's like Half-Life 3 confirmed? But who knows? It may actually lead to a Half-Life 3. We'll have to see. Alright. Magos hard to see is... let's go ahead and do this. Eliminate that one. That would be a funny one. Valve, of all things, having, like... Well, I guess technically Valve gets exclusives with anything that just gets released mainly to Steam. But it would be funny. Torch them all. Okay, that is good to know. So after I hack the console, if I destroy it, it reduces their effects. Okay. That's fine. Would like to not take the shot, but hey, I can at least do this. It's good to know, though. Alright. Clean this up. And we can clean this one up, too. There we are. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep my eye on that. From what Harry was saying, it's apparently gonna release very soon, actually, which is interesting to me. We can't. There's no way we're reaching that one. Not easily, at least. Let's advance here. Fire. Fire on this one. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. That's probably around the range it's going to release at, going off what Hardy mentioned of the specs. That's the other thing. I wonder how open the system will be, or if it is going to be more closed. It'll probably be more open, going off what Hardy was saying. I'll have to look into that as well and see, but that would be my assumption as well. Just going off of everything with it. Alright, you heal up. Good repair. You can go ahead and finish off any of them that had cognition, but none of them do. So let's just grab this. Yeah. Yeah, it's essentially, if you... At least from what seems like so far, just a pre-built mini PC. Kind of like what you can already kind of get. But obviously, you know, with extra support potentially. It's going to be running on Steam OS, which is Linux-based. And actually, funny enough, Smurf, if you really don't like Windows, SteamOS is something you can actually potentially install now. Into a normal PC. Which, I'm not gonna lie, if I get enough free time, I may do myself. I may just bite the... Yeah. Alright. Trust me, Magos Skitarii might be mentally tougher than unaugmented troops, but even their morale is too important to ignore. I am heartened you are not neglecting the psychological health of our troops. Most tech priests do not give a second thought to it. Yeah. if it can install emulators too, that'll be perfect. Alright. Should have some good earnings from just the kills to balance it out here. Yeah, that's good. And Melhab sector located. The first forays into this tomb reveal a sight equally magnificent as dismaying. The tomb is a vast alien data loom, its structure covered in columns of Xenos data, as if its very substance were composed of knowledge. Some parts of the tomb are more organized, like libraries of shimmering data crystal. Others are lightless chasms where enormous pillars constantly move. Like the elements of a gargantuan machine endlessly searching and sorting. Everywhere the air hums with the sheer volume of information seeping from every surface. This place is undoubtedly a mine of data. A tech priest can only look on in lust as well as trepidation. Yeah. The pricing is the main thing I'm wondering. The benchmarks sound good, that if the pricing is good, it's perfect. Additional slot for mission deployment is awesome. Cryptech. Interesting. Okay. Also. Hopefully it's not that much for you. Well then. Also, Smurf. You're being inducted into the Tech Priests. Mago Smurf, welcome aboard. Too bad. There's no real, I mean, we could turn you into a servitor instead if that tickles your fancy. Would you rather be the mindless automata? Exactly. You have two options, tech priest or servitor. Honestly, I'd take the tech priest personally, but, you know, far be it from me to completely strip the choice. Alright. And I think we're gonna make you an Injusir. They're also, you know, even they actually do get a choice in being turned into dreadnoughts. If I'm not mistaken, it is optional, but most will take it because it's not only viewed as an honor, but it allows them to continue their duties. Alright. It'll be good to have an Injusir too, so let's go ahead and get this started. Alright. Definitely want this first. At least get you a few upgrades here. All these are actually kind of bad for the Injusir rolls, so we'll just take the armor. Let's take the heal. We want to get down to that quickly, but feeling we're not going to be able to reach it. Yeah, the Pro is going to be a scam over it, like, for the pricing. I kind of have to agree there, like, no, there's almost no way it's going to be worth it. Especially how late, jeez. Especially how late into the console's lifetime it is. It's going to be possibly even a worse deal than the Xbox One X was. Yeah, exactly. It's partially because the optimization on PlayStation is always worse, almost. Uh, Almost all the time. At least from what my understanding of it is. So, like, it may, even with extra specs, there's not going to be a reason to do it. In my opinion. Of course, this is also coming from someone who doesn't already own a PlayStation, so there's also that too. At least in my analysis of it. Alright, we'll do this. You know, if you have a large library of games already on there, I mean, may change it, but it just, in my opinion, it doesn't seem worth it. Alright. So these being more effective is very good. Get you kitted out with some basic gear. Like a flamer. Can't give up the flamer, you know? Okay. And we could do something like this. Let's see. Probably do just a basic one here. And a basic scan pistol to help out with revealing targets. Yeah. Because most of the servers in that are over here for it. So that's also a very big point there, Hardy. Luckily, I do, so it was worth it for me. And also, just how long I've been, like, with Xbox Live and that. Well, luckily, Smurf, you know, Steam has some pretty cheap games most of the time. Not gonna lie, I've been loving that part about having a PC now. This is where we're gonna call it today. Oh, a little bit shorter stream today, but oh, I feel like that's a good position to stop. We got a boss clear. We got a lot of progress. Wait, is he still up? Or did he start back up? If so, I am definitely doing that. All right. He started again. All right. Yeah, we're definitely rating him for his birthday. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll have to definitely keep my eye out on that stuff. Friday. I may, if I have the load order and everything ready, we may start Battle Brothers. I appreciate that very much, Smurf. I really do. But, we may start up Battle Brothers Friday. It'll depend on if I can get the mod set up and get it stable enough to where I feel comfortable with it, but that shouldn't take too long since I already have most of the mod list and everything. I just have to make sure everything's up to date and working right. But, yeah, Friday we'll probably do that. That'll probably also happen, or Battle Brothers will probably also be on Saturday. Sunday we'll probably continue this. Or it'll be game demos and then we'll continue this Monday. But I thank you all for joining. Smurf, Hardy, Tofsky as well. He was in here earlier. Hardy. Good attempt. I'm looking at it right here. I'm watching you guys. But no, seriously, thank you all for joining. I'm actually loving Mechanicus, by the way. This really has me excited for Mechanicus 2. The more I play of it. Alright, let's start up the raid, by the way. Before I forget to. But yeah. It was also just great talking with you guys. Oh. Well, by the way, when Night Rain's DLC launches, I'll be picking up Night Rain again. Go prank him, Smurf. That's all, prank him, in fact. Everyone, just get ready to type just win when we get in. But, I'll see you guys later. And bye-bye.